How's it going, everybody? LevelMDiecast bringing you special edition of Diecast Haul today. We are talking Hot Wheels. Nothing but Hot Wheels in this special edition. We're going to go from the brand newest stuff, the 2024 C-Case, and then we're going to work our way backwards to some really nice Blackwall era stuff. But we'll kick off with this one. This is the Super for, I think, the E-Case. I think this is for the Super for the E-Case. This is the Audi Quattro. I bought this loose, obviously. This is spun, completely done up. S51 is the day code on it. Bought it from, one of those guys who probably got it from a special worker there in Malaysia. So it is what it is, but bought it on the secondhand market. Really nice Super. I didn't want to play the rigmarole for this one. I wanted to get my hands on this one for sure. This year's actually got a few Supers that I've been interested in, and normally I don't do Supers because normally I really don't too much care for Supers, but that one absolutely had to happen for sure. All right, there is a new series of, series, I guess you could call it, Vintage Racing Club. This is a new themed series. There we go, thinking of the right word. There's a whole slew of models on the back here. The Camaro is like super limited production. People are calling it a chase. It probably is, but it's just super low production compared to everything else in the mix. But the Corvette and the Mercedes are also very low production numbers. So the Porsche, the Lamborghini, and the BMW seem to be the highest ones. This is the one that I picked up. I picked up a few of these. I didn't pick them all up. But BMW 2002, this particular one is number 3 of 6. So casting that I really like. I'm really stoked about this one. So first thing we'll take a look at, sorry about that, that is a plastic base, so no metal bases for this guy. Unfortunately, S45 is the day code. There is the deets on the side. It says Bilstein, it says BS on the side. It says complete BS, I guess. This does rock one of those new wheels. Looks pretty good. I do like that wheel. It's a pretty nice looking wheel. Pretty nice looking details on this one. Of course, these are kind of premium, just without real riders. So you do get full tampos all the way around. Looks pretty good with your BMW there in the back. Just some basic tail-eye prints, but there's prints nonetheless. And of course, your kidney grille in the front looks pretty good. Those details look pretty good as well. Again, number 2 for BMW 2002. It's a pretty cool looking one. Definitely like that one. We'll throw that guy in there. There we go. Obviously, we picked up the Porsche, being we are Porsche fans here. 1971 Porsche 911. This one in green. Sports the same wheel. This one is number 5 of 6. So this Porsche is probably going to be a pretty popular casting this year. I think they're going to use it a lot. There is the deets on the side. You do have some Bilstein on there as well. Sparco Goodyear, number 71, of course, because it's 1971. Does have some really nice print on the windshield banner there. Looks good. I do like the print on the front with the X-style headlights. Of course, it's it's a road race car. It's a road racer, so it makes sense. Looks good. Plate details on the back. Did not expect that. That looks pretty good. That is printed on the base. The base is plastic as well. So S45 for the day code. Very interesting that none of these have been metal bases thus far, but this one looks pretty good. So that guy's not too shabby. Looks pretty nice. I do dig the wheels. I think the wheels look pretty good. All right, next one up we do have is the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL 1954. Includes one of those newer 5-spoke wheels that look really good, kind of like the Ferrari knockoffs. Really like this wheel a lot. I feel like this wheel pretty much goes with pretty much everything. Number 24 on the side. There is some prints there for the vents as well as the Mercedes there on the side. Super small print on there. Looks good though. Number 24 on the top. Nothing fancy with that. Some basic taillight details in the back. You have your Mercedes printed there on the top. 300 SL looks pretty good. Again, that wheel looks fantastic. I think it's just a perfect fit. This guy is definitely a looker. Look at that. Looks so good. Looks so good. The prints are excellent too. This guy does have the metal base, so nice to see that something's got the metal base. So nice details on there, just in solid white. That guy looks super, super cool. I like it. It's just kind of regular, kind of clean looking, you know. All right, moving into the 2024 C case. C case for 2024. There is a ton of models. Disclaimer, there might be one or two models from the B case that I may have grabbed an extra one of. Sometimes that happens. Hot Wheels Ultimate TRex Transporter. They do have an actual TRex Transporter. It's quite large. For some reason, Hot Wheels decided they'd make a small version of that because Hot Wheels is kind of ridiculous like that. But this guy looks pretty good. It's supposed to be an extra wheel right there, which is just printed up. Of course, lots of chrome on there as always. Hot Wheels is allowed to use tons and tons of chrome. But yet, you know, Matchbox cannot ever use chrome because they're told it's too expensive. So there is the base deets on there. S41 is the day code for this one. Of course, this doesn't open up and do all the fancy stuff as the actual car hauler. But just kind of an interesting little small one. I'm sure it's perfectly fine to throw it on the track. It's probably more of a track deal. All right, new color for the Hummer EV, GMC Hummer EV in blue in the Hot Wheels Green Speed Series. So we have seen, I think we've seen 5 colors plus the different version for the Barbie movie. But then there's this one. So they are definitely going hard in the paint with this guy. Just basic front and rear deets prints on there. Looks good. It says GMC there on the bottom. Prints looking pretty good. It says Hummer in there. I like the details of this one. It's a good casting. It's a really good casting, actually. Nice and beefy as well. So the majorette one's a little bit better. Just a little bit better. All right, recolor for the McLaren Soless GT. This one in Hot Wheels Modified. Did debut in a white color. Now we have this in a kind of a super cool blue color with some designs on it. It looks kind of good. It's kind of interesting. I'm not a huge fan of this car in real life. I don't think this car is all that attractive or anything like that. It's actually a relatively boring car, even though you'd think a ultra hyper car can't be boring. But this particular car just doesn't do it for me in real life. It's okay as a diecast. You know, I'll continue to collect it, but the white one was a little bit better, but not much. Just a little bit. Actually, we'll put him on that side. We'll probably maybe put the trucks on the other side. All right, brand new casting for 2024. This is the Mustache. This does have a moving feature. They just call it a special feature. But really, it's just a moving feature, so we'll get him out of there. Kind of like an old school speeder. I do like this one. Looks pretty good. Family free. 43 on the side. Incredible mustache. Kind of split down the center there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Sorry about that. Details on this side are the same. It uses the Steely. And then this is the part that opens up. It's very tightly in there. So you open up that whole middle section there. And then now you have an actual mustache. You just hold this up to your face, and then you have a mustache. Kind of an interesting design. Kind of an interesting little thing, a little quirk. Hot Wheels is known to do that every once in a while. So maybe they wanted to just get a little freestyle. I think it looks pretty good, just sitting there closed up though. All right, BMW 5007. This would be the Super if it was a Super, but it's not a Super, so this is not your Super. But if it was a Super, there you go. Super is in gold, nice Spectraflame gold for Hot Wheels Roadsters. This casting's come out in a couple colors. I think we've seen white and red thus far. It's the first time we're getting in kind of a little bit more involved deco. Just 822 on the side, a little bit more race style. Looks pretty good. BMW symbol on the front. Again, chrome base, lots of chrome. Because Hot Wheels is good with chrome. They got to use the chrome, though, so that they can put the chrome on the base of the Super, because it wouldn't look good if it was like a gray base. All right, recolor for the 57 Jeep FC. This is the second deco we're seeing. Debuted in blue last year for the end of 2023. First recolor in kind of brown desert style. Looks good. Got your Jeep logo right there on the side. Looks pretty good. The black, orange, and yellow over tan. And then, of course, the black interior, black base, black wheels. Prints on the front look good. Just say Jeep on there. I like those details. No prints on the back, but we got some prints on the front, so I'll take that. It's pretty good. I guarantee you this guy is not going to fit. He definitely doesn't fit, so we'll just kind of stick him there for right now. All right, new color for the mod rod. This is for Hot Wheels Art Cars. It is number C, or letter C, for 2024. This is a pretty cool casting. I like the gold engine. This is a nice little breakaway from all the chrome that we've been seeing. We've seen it in black as well. This was a regular treasure hunt last year. Probably the most overproduced regular treasure hunt ever because it actually showed up in a 5-pack as well. Does have some white wheels. Those are white wheels. Those are not to glow in the dark or anything like that. Those are actual white wheels. So you're hoping that it glows in the dark. It does not. And then, of course, it says 24 Hot Wheels Art Cars on the side, which is cool. So we'll throw him over here. There we go. All right, recolor for the Custom 68 Camaro that debuted last year again in 2023 in a blue color. Now we're getting it in red. Of course, it has 68 on the side because, you know, Hot Wheels since 68. Because, of course, there is the deets on the side. Looks pretty good. This is Hot Wheels graphics on there. Some other stuff like that. Got your exhaust dumping out the side here with some turbos. This is a really cool, super cool, just freestyle casting. I really like this style in real life. I really like this super, like, over the top, you know, chop, you know, modern build. It's hard to explain, but I really like this style. I think this stuff looks really, really good. If I ever wrecked my Camaro, if I ever wrecked my Charger, I would build it like that Camaro. I'd do something super crazy and cool like that. All right, another one from the C case that seems to be a little popular. I personally think it's a little odd to put HKS on the Raptor, but the Ranger Raptor nonetheless. But that's what Hot Wheels did. They put the HKS deco on there. I think it's weird. It does say Ford Performance on there as well. I'm sure HKS probably makes something for the Raptor. I don't know. But regardless, Hot Wheels doing their own thing here. It looks okay. It looks okay. I mean, if you're doing a diorama, this would be cool for like maybe like a parts delivery truck or something like that. I think would work pretty good. You definitely have to put some Real Riders on there though. All right, newest color for the 87 D100. This one in kind of an emerald color. It's definitely darker. It matches the card art. So I'm just looking at this through the screen. This is the color that it more represents. For some reason, it's just a little bit odd. Color on the model itself, which is weird, but it's all right. This is Hot Wheels Reverse Rake is what they call it. That's, of course, because the front end is much, much higher. Looks pretty good. Just say Mopar 100 on the side. Dodge, got your Hella logo back there. Decals across the top. Looks pretty good. I really like this casting. Hoping eventually this will be like a super treasure hunt. They've done it as a regular treasure hunt, but not a super quite yet. So hopefully we can get one as a super treasure hunt, which would be actually pretty cool. All right, next one up. This is not something that I typically would buy because I'm really not a Volkswagen guy. But I did pick this one up. The T2 pickup, I just thought it looked cool. I think the deco on this one looks pretty good. So we'll get this out of there. Get this out of there. The deco looks pretty good. It's a matte finish on there. So I'm sure that says, well, obviously it says something, but I'm sure it says something like Volkswagen parts or something like that. The details look pretty good. There's no headlight prints or anything like that, but you do get the Volkswagen symbol, and of course you get the orange to go around the front of the cab, which looks good. Again, more chrome. It's more of a black chrome, but still chrome. It's an okay casting. This has been a super as well. A previous time in its life. So that guy does fit. Kind of slammed style. We'll throw him there. All right, second color for the Mad Mike Drift Attack. First one debuted in white at the end of last year. We now have one in kind of a primer gray, which I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. It looks way better than the white one by a mile. And it soaks up all the light. I just love it. It looks so good. I love the matte finish on this stuff. Headlights are printed up. Details look good. Got your Mad Mike logo on there, of course. Some Toyo tires, some Steelies in the back. Big, huge fin out of the back. Nice, big, wide stance there. Looks good. Now, this is not adjustable. It may look like it's adjustable, but it's definitely not. So this is not a track car, but that one is super cool. So we'll throw him right. Cha. All right, new color for the Rock and Railer. This is the third release, I believe. Just a regular generic, just something that, I don't know, I think it's kind of interesting. It rocks, as you can see. So there's a little thing inside the wheel. See the little piece on the side of the wheel there. Just kind of flicks the engine, and it goes back and forth. Nothing fancy. It's kind of sealed up. There's not really like a window or anything, but it looks okay. FC on the side, Rock and Railer, the skinny 5 spokes in the front, regular 5 spokes in the back. So just a average generic, nothing fancy. Just again, third release for that one. New car for the Group C Fantasy. I do like this one, kind of a Le Mans style, kind of a more maybe like a road version style, not necessarily like race style, but maybe something that has to be the build for the homologation to build them. This one looks okay. It's an okay casting. It's got a metal base. It's a track car, specifically for the track. That is a super deep metallic blue on the base. Offset wheels, really nothing really too much to report about. It's like I said, it's a generic. Not everybody's cup of tea, but I like it because it's a race car, and I like race cars, obviously. So get that guy to stay up there. All right, this is a debut model for the mainline. This was a Hot Wheels ID car. They did this in ID. This debuted in ID. West Coast Flyer, now in the mainline. Really, really stoked about this one. I think this is such a flippin' cool casting. Just this ridiculous, locomotive on steroids. It just looks good. Looks super, super cool. I like it a lot. There is some deets on the top there. Hot Wheels Bullet, 700 kilometers an hour. It looks super, super cool. Details on the front. It's coming right at you. It is a track car, so it does have the upsloped chin. Clearly, it's from the ID. So, of course, it's going to have the upsloped chin. I think it looks good with the Steelies. Some stimulated wheel in the middle there. Really, really stoked about that one. That one, I think, personally, I think is super cool addition. Super cool addition. All right, one more generic from the C case. This is the Baja Bison T5. I think we got maybe 2 colors last year, maybe just one. But it did debut last year as a new casting. So this is either color number 3 or color number 2. It's one of the two. It says Hot Wheels on the side. First response. Does have the big arrow blades on it. Looks pretty good. Orange window on the inside. Couple of seats in there as well. Looks pretty good. See down into the top there. See some details on the base. You can see the gray down in there. It's the actual base. Kind of an interesting design. Couple of fans there. I'm not sure if that's for cooling or what exactly it's supposed to like mimic a fan car or something, which I think would be a little ridiculous. Track car. Yes, this big huge thing is a track car. Sits up pretty high, has a metal base. Definitely day car style. It's super cool. It's super cool. I think it's super cool. So, I don't think this guy will fit. Oh yeah, he actually does fit. So, it looks like the Jeep FC will be the oddball out for now. Alright, something else too. I did get my AMX Javelin, or AMC AMX. This is actually a pretty cool, and no, I'm not going to crack this open, but I am going to take it out of the blister so we can take a look at it. Get a little bit less glare going on it. So I think that this is going to be one of those castings in maybe a year or two down the road, which is really going to take off. I think people are going to realize this thing is actually super freaking cool, and they're going to regret that they didn't buy it. I know that this doesn't fit the market. This doesn't fit the JDM craze and all that kind of stuff like that, but I think this one is super, super cool. Just ridiculous, all hopped up and everything. I didn't get a very good number, 25,685. I got a pretty crazy high number, but like I said, I don't really particularly care, and I don't open any of my RLCs, so I do apologize for that. So I am indecisive with those. Sometimes I decide I want to get rid of them, and I get rid of them, so I don't want to hold on to them. All right, got some premiums now. So this one's been out for a little bit. This is the Datsun Rotson, the 71 Datsun 240Z Rotson from Roadkill for 2024. First pop culture mix. I did already get the Escort, but I couldn't find this guy. Got it at a local swap meet, so I'm pretty happy about that. This is the only one that people are just buying the heck out of. They're just scalping it, scalping it, scalping it. Looks pretty good. It's definitely a step down from the version that was released as the actual Motor Trend purchase. The engine is one of the biggest details. It's just a plain color. But I think this guy will give a lot of customizers some options to take this engine piece out and have a little bit of fun with it. So pretty happy that Hot Wheels decided to release it as a regular. Premium prints all the way around. It has Rotson on the windshield as well. Metal base up on this guy. Looks good. Pretty happy to have this one. Again, not a huge JDM guy, but I think that is super, super cool. And I absolutely had to have one, so I'm glad I finally got my hands on one. All right, Fast and Furious mix number 1. I thought about doing a video for these separate, but I thought that would be ridiculous, so I'm just going to include them here. This is the first mix for 2024. Of course, does don the new gold premium branding on there. This is the Toyota AE86 Sprinter Trueno number 1. This is a brand spanking new release. Not a re-release, not a former release, not a different version. None of that ridiculousness. This one is a 100% new version that we have not seen in Fast and Furious. And that is super, super cool. So this one just in gray. Of course, it has all the deets on it that you'd expect. Looks very, very good. Got your Trueno there. Looks pretty good. Prints are pretty good. It does use those kind of like 8 spokes, I guess. Those little small, like 6mm wheels. I think those look really good on this. Black trim all the way around. Looks good. There is no plate detail on this guy. It says Apex, though. Trueno on there. Toyota. All the logos and the details you'd want on the back is there represented. This one is fantastic. Super dark window. You know what? This might be... If it wasn't for that super cool one that they did Mountain Drifters with like the anime and stuff on it, that would be the best version. But because they did that super cool one in Mountain Drifters with the anime, like, I don't think they're ever going to top that version. All right, number 2 of 5. Yes, another brand spanking new, never released version for Fast and Furious. The Ford RS200 in plain white. This is going to be easily the best in the mix for me personally. This is fantastic. I am so happy we get this one in just regular deco. 100% the street going version. Prints look absolutely fantastic. Even a little bit of prints on the intake section on the top there. Looks good. Wheel choice is flawless. Prints on the back look good. RS200. Obviously the wing is not opened up, so they put some black print in there to show that it should have an opening or a pass-through to it. Really stoked about this one. Such a cool version. Definitely the best one thus far. Super cool. I'm really stoked about that one. That one is awesome. Super awesome. All right, number 3. This is a re-release, 1970 Plymouth AAR Cuda. We have seen this one before. Nothing new with this one. I actually got rid of quite a bit of premiums over the last, I don't know, few months or so. And I don't think that I had the original one of this. I actually tried to look for it so that I can do some comparos, but unfortunately I was unable to locate it. It does still have your Cuda AAR on the side. It is the same wheel, I can assure you of that. I think the print on the top here might be a little bit different for that matte black print. Of course, the hood pins are absolutely enormous. That's okay. Prints on the front look okay. It's an okay casting. I think the red print on the rings there might be a little bit different. This thing is just ridiculous gloss. I mean, everything on it is super shiny except for the top of the hood. But it's okay. It's okay. You know, it's like I said, it's not a bad casting, but it's just, you know, when you see the same thing over and over and over, you just get tired of it. Now, this one I think is going to be very popular with people because this came out in the original premium release of Fast and Furious way back in the day. The black R32. This is number 4 of 5. This one I do have somewhere. But again, I'm not really sure what I did with all my JDM premiums, because I took them out of the display cases, so I really don't know what the heck I did with them. But this guy does have all the detail on the back. It says GTR, Nissan, taillight prints are done up. I can tell you that's exactly how the original release was as well. All black, looks good. Headlight prints are good as well. Got your GT symbol on the side. It's the same wheel, but I feel like this wheel is a little bit darker than the original release. So I do apologize. I don't have that other one to showcase, but I'm pretty sure it's darker. And then this one is a re-release as well. Now this would have been a perfect opportunity for them to fix the wheels. The wheels have never been right for this one, but they did not. They kept it the exact same wheels as the previous release, which is unfortunate. But you know what? It is what it is. Just the black NSX does have a red interior. It's like a darkish red, super dark red interior. This one's pretty good. I like this version of the NSX, which the lights are lensed. Instead of the pop-ups, got your Honda symbol on there. There is the plate deets, all the good stuff on the back. Directly from the movie, 100% prints and all that stuff looks good. There is the details there. 2003 Honda NSX Type R. So very, very, very dark mix. Very dark mix. All right, moving ourselves back even further. I have started collecting this casting, so we're going to see these kind of here and there. The Shadow Jet 2. Oh, look at that. It has a protector. I didn't even think they had protectors that much back in the day. Nothing fancy with this. Just a fantasy casting. Kind of futuristic looking. This particular one has just the 5-spoke wheels on there. Kind of a crappy deco, but it's going to take me a little bit to collect those because most of those came in 5-packs and stuff, which is going to be rough. All right. Now we're going to start getting into the much, much better stuff. So we're about 94, 95. This is a 2-pack for HEB. Does have the Highway Hauler 2 down in there. And then, of course, it's got the black MR2, which looks pretty good. So that deco has come out with the white one. A couple different versions, a couple different wheels. And then now this one in black. I did not have that one, and I did not have the HEB truck. Look at that. Brownback. They call those brownbacks. And they are like actual cardboard, like actual cardboard paper that you got to rip. Nothing like today where it's like this paperboard stuff. So we'll get this cracked out of there. There is your HEB. Texans serving Texans, 1905 to 1995, their 90th year anniversary. I don't have HEB here in the Baja City area, but the employer I work for, we ship to HEB all the time. And they are a pain in my butt. All right, this is the MR2. Been looking for this version for a little bit. So pretty happy I got it in a 2-pack because then I ended up getting the Highway Hauler as well. Just in the deco over black. They did this same deco over white. And they've done a couple of wheel variations on that one as well. So still working on narrowing down a lot of these older releases. So the guy's going to be kind of off the screen. We don't have a huge amount more cars. We still got some more cars to go. All right, still in the same era, the custom Nissan Z. I am working on getting the rest of the variations on the purple one. It came with the Ultra Hots in gold, came with the Ultra Hots in silver, came with the lace wheels in gold. It also came with the original 5-spoke in gold. And I've gotten beat on that one a couple of times. It shows. So a little frustrating, but at least I got one more added to the mix. This is the gold lace wheel. I don't think this one ever came with silver lace wheels, but I guess if it does, I will be on the hunt for that. This is the original casting, or the original deco color for this casting. I'm sorry, this is the second release. Sorry about that. First release was in a maroon color. Just opening doors, metal body, metal base. It's a heavyweight. The casting's not the greatest, but it does work relatively well for Hot Wheels. It does have lensed headlights, which is pretty nice. All right, Roaring Rod series. This is... No, I didn't pay $25 for that. I don't know why 25 is on there. I paid like a couple bucks for all these. Roll Patrol. So this is the silver wheel variation. I didn't even know this existed. Every other one that I've seen has the yellow painted hubs, but this one has silver, and I think it looks way better. I like that it doesn't have the yellow print on the wheels because that really throws it off. But this silver wheel is pretty nice. And like I said, I've never seen this variation before, so pretty stoked to come across this one. It's pretty nice. It's a knockoff Jeep. It's not a real Jeep. It's a fake Jeep. It's a Jeep fakie. So got some kind of black chromish going on with the base. Just Malaysia, nothing fancy. Again, just a wheel variation. All right, working our way back a little bit more. We do have the original release of the Oscar Mayer Wiener, the absolute first edition, with the black on black Blackwalls. I did not have this wheel variation. Obviously, this deco has carried on throughout ages for the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. So this one looks pretty good. It's just the average one. This one does have the nice super dark window tint in there. Again, the black walls, which looks super good for the first edition. This thing has come in 5 spokes and some other ones as well. I think it came in the circle dot wheels as well. Really nothing fancy, just Oscar Mayer Wiener for you. All right, getting into a little bit better stuff. Thunderstreak with Pennzoil. Collector number 153. I should have been talking about the collector numbers. Apologize about that. Originally sold from KB Toy Stores. I miss KB Toy Stores. Best toy store ever. Even better than Toys R Us by a long shot. So we'll pull out our Thunderstreak. I did not have the Pennzoil version. And it's really nice to get one that is obviously super minty directly out of the blister. Got your Chevy logo on there. Probably powered by Chevy. Looks pretty good. It's pretty average. There's not really like a whole lot of deco to it. It's all right though. It's got Malaysia base on there. These all are going to have Malaysia base. All right, Ferrari Testarosa. Finally, I think I finally completed all the wheel variations for this black one. Finally. So this guy has come in silver Ultra Hots here. Comes in gold Ultra Hots. Also comes in gold lace wheels. Also comes with the Blackwalls. Also comes with the gold 3-spoke, the kind of like blade looking wheel. So now I finally got this one in silver. So I'm pretty sure that I have all the wheel variations for this one now, which is just an absolute pain in the butt. Because some of them are relatively common and some of them are not. Like this one's taken a bit to find this one with the silver hubs for sure. Just has Ferrari symbol on the top there. Looks pretty good. Of course, the two-tone interior is courtesy of how the model is assembled with the 2-piece interior. Looks good. Nice metallic black color. Looks very, very cool. All right, Metal Flake paint. This is the Talbot logo. This one in red with the red tinted window. You guys know I like my 30s era cars. The connoisseurs cars. Concierge. This one is pretty average. Not a huge fan of this one, but I didn't have it, so I had to have it. White wall tires on this one looks pretty good. Metal base. It's a nice heavy hitter. Very, very heavy. Does have a chrome interior piece in there. Really, really cool. Kind of set that guy kind of styled to the side. All right, now we're going to get into some much better ones. Another Metal Flake version. This is the Volkswagen Golf in green with the black walls. Chrome base. This one's a tough one to get. Number 183 on this brownback card. Cracking it open. This one is pretty interesting. Does have a yellow tinted window with like a neon yellow interior. I mean, the casting's okay, but man, this I don't know, it's just such a weird color. I have a bunch of these, including some pink ones and stuff like that, so I didn't have a green one, so I absolutely had to have it. 1989 is the original date for this casting. Obviously, this is a few years later. I believe this is probably 91, 92 era-ish. All right, well, now we have a bunch of rally cars. So this one is on an error card, so that is not the Speed Shark. But this is the Renault 5 Turbo. This is a pretty tough Blackwall to get. This happens to be both base versions. So there's a dark blue base and a light blue base. They are a little bit different production run. So So if you look at the prints on the side, you'll see the one on the top has much, much better prints on the side than the one at the bottom. But it is what it is. If you look on the back, the cards are basically the exact same cards. This one on the left, this was 1990. This one on the right is 1991. So the light blue is 1990. The dark blue is 1991. So we'll get these cracked open. I know some of you would probably say, why did you crack that open? But I really, really wanted some of these older Blackwalls. It's super cool. It has turbo on the top. Tan interior on this one. Renault 5 Turbo. Nothing opens. It's a relatively small casting. There's the deets on the bottom. 1990 Mattel. So this could be the first edition. Could be the very first version ever done. And then, of course, we have this one. Came out the next year with all the exact same decos. Nothing fancy with it. They just happen to have a much, much darker blue base on it, which I will take. So I like variations. And that is a pretty significant one in my opinion. So throw those guys there. Kind of off the screen a little bit. All right, another rally car, the Peugeot 205 Rally. This is a pretty tough version to get. There's a couple of versions of this original casting with the Blackwalls. This is definitely the rare of the few. This one looks pretty good. This is number 3. The other deco is number 2 with the different kind of style on there or whatnot. This was sold at Byway Drug World for 99 cents at some point in time. So crack this guy open. Still the same base deets on this back. 1990 Mattel. Does have an opening hatch in the back, which is super cool, and the hatch is metal. Base is metal, model is metal. It is a relatively beefy casting as well. Looks pretty good. Got Champion on there, Pirelli on there. Got the Blackwalls. I think the Blackwalls look good on this particular casting. Totally tell it's a Peugeot from the front for sure. Totally tell it's a Peugeot from the back for sure too. That one is super, super cool. I've gotten 3 versions of that casting in the last like 6 weeks. It's just crazy how that works. All right, another Peugeot, the 405. We're going to roll out. We got 2 Peugeot 405s. This one is also 1990. This one in just black and red, which is super cool. Not as cool as the next one, though. This one is second tier to the other one. So there it is in black. Looks very, very good. It's very average. There's no print on it whatsoever. No print on it anywhere. Just in black, but it looks good. 1990 Mattel as well. Might be the first edition as well in black with some lensed headlights. But the very last one in the whole haul is this one. It is the rally version of that 405. This one is also 1990, so maybe a second color, or maybe one of them out was at the end of the year. Who knows? Rally 21, Goodyear on there as well. Looks good. Crazy prints on the top. You know, it's kind of an interesting transition time from 80s to 90s. They weren't quite full blown with the crazy like neon colors. That was still a couple years off, but it's still kind of interesting. Interesting deco for sure. Just a basic clear windows. So, boom. There you go. That is the special edition haul, Hot Wheels style. Current to back in the day. A little bit too big for the screen, but I think it looks pretty good. Let me know what you guys think about those. Let me know what you think about all the stuff I picked up. Let me know what you think about the Blackwalls. Always looking for Blackwalls. They're very difficult. They're hard to find. And typically they're relatively expensive. So I got a good deal on those. Glad I could bring those guys to you and add them to the collection. We're going to roll out. Catch you next time here at Level M. Peace!